Hey everyone, it's Emily. Welcome back on my channel. Today's video is going to be another half-half video comparing two liquid lipstick this time. Again, if you are new to this, if you're new to these type of videos, I'm basically choosing two lipstick and wearing them all day long to compare if they resist transfer, water, eating food and everything. They're not necessarily against each other, but it's just to show you how long a lipstick and how well it lasts, because I feel like on YouTube we're always telling you like, oh, it lasts a long time and lasts blah blah blah, but like you never get to see it. So that's why I started this series. So today I'm comparing these two liquid lipstick. The first one is the Too Faced Melted Matte Lipstick, and then the other one is the LA Splash Smitten Liptint Mousse Waterproof. And I tried to film it once and realized I didn't press record, so I had to remove them. And let me tell you, they're not kidding with the waterproof. Like, ouch. For Too Faced Matte, I'm wearing the color On Point. I chose this color because the name was On Point, and I wanted to choose two colors that are still different because it's hard to see otherwise how they last. So I'm gonna apply my left side with this lipstick. This one just smells like the classic melted lipstick by Too Faced, like a faint, fault of like having a better word, I would say like chemical smell, but it's very faint, so it's really not bothering me. You can see it's super opaque. I would say it's thicker than the average liquid lipstick, but it's still not super thick. It's not moussey and really opaque. Like one swipe you get like the full pigmentation. It doesn't have any unevenness, which can be a problem with like dark liquid lipstick very often. Not this one. Now let's go with the LA Splash one. I'm gonna be wearing the color Lovegood, which this one is definitely thicker. I feel like it smells like bubblegum. I don't know if it's me. I feel like we've already established that my nose is just weird. It doesn't smell things properly, but again, a darker nude, it's not a nude on me, but darker mauve-y color. Again, very opaque. Yeah, this really smells like bubblegum. This one, the formula is much thicker. It does say mousse, so obviously it's gonna be thicker. I wouldn't say as moussey as the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream to compare. I feel like this one is like thicker and more like, almost like more, how can I explain this? Like almost like stickier. Again, fault of better word. I feel like it just like, I have to like, you know, push it to glide, but it dries really, really fast. Actually, both of them dry extremely fast, which I kind of appreciate, because I feel like when liquid lipstick take like an hour to dry, it's like, come on, like do your job. But no, they both dry down very quickly, and I still have some from earlier. I feel like they're both gorgeous colors. They're going to be really popular. They look really nice. If I had to choose the side that is the heavier that I can still feel on my lips, it will definitely be the LA Splash one. And the one that emphasized more the lines, they're both not bad, but again, I would have to say LA Splash. It's still comfortable, but I do feel it on my lips. Let me zoom you. So obviously pretty sloppy application. When you do half-half, it's always so complicated for some reason, but yeah, they both look pretty nice. I feel like this one is still drying a little bit. This one is already dry, but they're both very fast. So I did apply them earlier on my hand. We're gonna test out with a dry baby wipe just to see if there's any smudging or anything. That it's done pretty easily, so. Okay, so you can see that the LA Splash one does not move whatsoever, but the Too Faced is susceptible to like moving around if you like tug your lip or touch it by accident or something. If you just like kiss my hand, there's like very, very, very little transfer, and it's just on the Too Faced side, but I feel like it's still drying a little bit, so I would still categorize it as transfer proof. But again, if you drink or eat or something, or just like do this, which when do you ever do this? But if you did, the Too Faced would probably move, but not the LA Splash one. It was a pain actually to remove. I had to use like, I used the Estee Edit whatever makeup remover, which is like basically oil base, and I was still struggling to take it off. Like, they're not kidding with the waterproof. But so I'm gonna go on with my day. I will probably just stick to water for now, and then I'll come back just to update you, and then I'll have food and everything, so I'll update you a couple times throughout the day so you can see how they look like. And then at the end of the day, after like, it's currently just past 8 in the morning, so I'll update you at the end of the day, and like after like what, 8-10 hours, so you can see if they're still on my lips and let you know which one is the most comfortable and everything. So yeah, let's do this. By the way, I'm trying to remove them from my hand with like a wet baby wipe. I think we can see which one does not want to leave my hand. It's really intense, which some people will love, and I know some people would be like, yeah, that's too much trouble, like you just can't take it off. I was actually wondering if I was going to do a lip swatch video, and now I'm not even sure if I will, because that would be painful to remove. Like really painful. It's finally working. Yay. It's not impossible, it's just very difficult. So it's been over 3 hours. I wanted to update you before I eat. I have only been drinking water so I could test out the transfer. To be honest, there was very little transfer and a little bit only on the Too Faced side. I would still consider it like resisting transfer when you drink water, to be honest. I'm just gonna zoom you in. As you can see, they did not move smudge. They're still like perfectly on my lips, so that's good. So I'm gonna go eat and update you afterwards. So I just had my meal. I wanted to update you. I'm gonna zoom you in. So I'm hoping you're gonna be able to tell, but the LA Splash one didn't move whatsoever. The Too Faced one actually survived pretty well. I feel like it did stain the inside of my lips, but it did fade a tiny little bit there. Hopefully you can see. But it still resisted pretty well, so I would consider that being able to resist a meal. I'm gonna go on my day, probably drink and eat some more, and update you one last time tonight. So I'm hoping the lighting is good, but I have been wearing the 2 lipstick in total for what, like almost 9 hours now. So I have had 2 meals, a lot of water, and I've been able to test it out. I've actually tested out a little bit on my hand too, so I could like give you more information. So overall, how did it go? As you can see, there's still both of my lips, one a little bit more than the other, but I feel like the Too Faced one still lasted very well. I have to say, after like the second meal and whenever I was drinking or something, I did test it out on the back of my hand and you could see some transfer on the inside of the lips. So it could be due to the fact that the food I was eating had a little bit of oil, so it doesn't help like liquid lipstick always disappear with oil, but I feel like it still stayed pretty decently. So if I keep my lips closed, you really don't see where it disappeared. It disappeared a little bit on the inside. It's really not that bad. I would be able to still get away with it. If you want to reapply, you can obviously do it. The other one, barely anything disappeared, but this formula is just very intense. Yeah, if I still do it, you can see that there's a little bit, actually I already had something. Like I have like a tiny little bit of transfer on the Too Faced side. It's nothing major. I still think overall it's a transfer proof liquid lipstick. The other one is like everything proof. You're gonna see it. I'm gonna try to remove it with just a baby wipe in front of you in a second, and it's gonna be hard. Is there a side that is more dry than the other one? I have to say my lips are pretty like resistant to dryness. Like I don't get bothered very easily with this. Both sides are starting to feel dry, which for me takes quite a bit of time. And again, I do feel it a little bit more on the LA Splash side, which once again, since it didn't move whatsoever, kind of makes sense. So let's try to remove them. So just a normal baby wipe. I'm gonna start with the Too Faced side because I know that one is gonna get removed. The other one, not so much. So as you can see with the baby wipe, I can remove most of it. It's not that hard. It still stained my lips quite a bit though. On the other side, it's gonna be a different story. I'm not sure if you can tell. I think you still see it, like it doesn't want to move. I have to do it quite a few times, which some people might prefer that. Some people might prefer something that is easy to remove whenever you don't want it on your lips anymore, but it's doable. Obviously, it's going to be easier if I used makeup remover, especially oil-based one. But if you don't have a choice, you can remove it. It tugs quite a bit though. It doesn't stay on your lips forever, you can remove it, but for sure it lasts like much longer. It's a lot more hard to remove it, which I think most people would appreciate, but you might feel it more on your lips throughout the day. So yes, that's it guys. I hope you enjoyed this half and half video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments which ones you want to see next time. Keep in mind, I'm always trying to not repeat myself, so not like repeating the ones that I've already done. So I'll put the playlist that I did down below. Don't forget to subscribe to not miss any future videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.